You probably saw, because it was unavoidable if you're digital at all, the dead squirrel. Well, I should say it again. The murdered squirrel, the euthanized squirrel, the killed squirrel. So there's a couple who rescued a squirrel. The man's name is Mark Longo. He found a little baby squirrel, took sympathy on it, decided to rescue it. Reminds me of when my wife and I rescued a little baby crow. It was a cute little crow, a broken wing. He kind of flopped down into our yard. We watched it actually fall out of the tree. That's right. It was a little baby. I remember we were in the backyard and we watched the mother push it out of the tree and it fell down and it couldn't fly. And we left it alone for a couple of days. We had a couple of cats. We didn't want the cats to eat the little baby crow, so we tried to pay attention to it. It could not fly. So we took pity and we took the little crow into our house and set up a little bed for the crow and fed the crow worms. And I think we got mealy worms and water for the little baby crow. And the baby crow eventually was able to mend itself to the point where it could fly. Maybe its wing wasn't mature. Maybe it was broken. Maybe it was a fracture. But eventually we were able to let baby crow live his life. What was so cool was baby crow would come back and visit us. We could tell his sound, his crowing, from any other crow. We could tell the way he walked. We could, in fact, tell the way he landed. And he would come. We had a carport, and we had an open window by the carport so he could hop right over, right up to the windowsill, and baby crow would come and visit us. And the cats never did get him. And we fed him from time to time. So this guy did this with the squirrel. It should be a happy story. It should be that Democrats, a party of accepting veganism, and my daughter's a vegan, it should be that they celebrate this. After all, we're told time and time and time again that they're the party of acceptance. But he was in New York, and this tells us something so meaningful about the deep state and what the deep state is willing to do to simply display their dominance. When you are working in a world where others want to display your dominance, you need to do everything you can to take advantage of anything that gives you a lift. Bioptimizers is providing you right now an opportunity to have a 3-product bundle. And the 3-product bundle is important because it's coming at Black Friday time, and these guys take Black Friday so incredibly seriously. Right now, you can go to bioptimizers.com/Todd and use promo code Todd. You can unlock up to $100 in free gifts. And there's a 3-product bundle there. Now pay attention to this. Normally this is 15% off. Right now you can get it for 25% off. Magnesium Breakthrough, the undisputed champion of great sleep, of lowering stress levels, and of helping you be regular. 7 forms of organic magnesium. None of it is fake. None of it's synthetic. Masszymes, 250 capsules of this. This is a potent series of digestive enzymes that was shown in a side-by-side test at Berkshire International University in Bosnia to produce 1,200% more amino acids in people's bodies than if you don't take Masszymes. That's much more opportunity to build and sustain muscle. And P3OM. This is a prebiotic that helps your body digest food. All of this adds up to you getting more nutrition for every dime you spend. So go to bioptimizers.com/Todd. Make sure you use promo code Todd so you can unlock the $100 in savings and choose your health this Black Friday. Again, it's bioptimizers.com/Todd. Use code Todd to save an extra 10% on the 3-product bundle and get your free gifts. Bioptimizers.com/Todd. Make sure you use promo code Todd, please. If you're not on the video service, this is a little bit hard to me to display, but it is actually this guy sitting here kissing his squirrel and putting love on a squirrel. He became an Instagram fan, a huge star on Instagram because of the squirrel. He was using the squirrel to raise awareness, to help pets. PETA, there's the squirrel jumping down off the curtain rack into the guy's hands. He's got a construction helmet on. Sort of jacked, looks like he works out a bit. Yeah, good lats, glutes. Squirrel jumps off of the counter onto his pants as he's opening the fridge. Squirrel's on the counter as he's getting out. Is that Sunny Delight? Dude doesn't look like he's Sunny Delight. With the squirrel making a video. So all he did was adopt a squirrel. Like people adopt gerbils and other animals. And then the deep state. This is what happened. The deep state decided to come for the squirrel. And apparently they felt like they didn't need no stinking warrants.
They have euthanized Peanut.
And the raccoon as well.
And the raccoon as well. I am so sorry. This must be really difficult for you.
It not only tears my family apart, but Peanut was the cornerstone of our nonprofit animal rescue. And 10 to 12 DEC officers raided my house as if I was a drug dealer. I was sat outside my house for 5 hours. I had to get a police escort to my bathroom. I wasn't even allowed to feed my rescue horses breakfast or lunch. I was sat there like a criminal after they interrogated my wife to check out her immigration status, then proceeded to ask me if I had cameras in my house, then proceeded to go through every cabinet, nook, and cranny of my house for a squirrel and a raccoon.
They got a search warrant?
They got a search warrant. 4 departments and a judge signed off on a search warrant for a squirrel and a raccoon. And then they took them and killed them.
Why did they go through all that to get a search warrant for an animal that had been with you very safely, and the world witnessed this for 7 years? Why now suddenly did they show up with a search warrant and take these animals?
We haven't a clue. We don't know who made the complaints. Again, Peanut was an indoor squirrel, not harming anybody.
This is from TMZ. What does it say about the deep state? The guy who ran this investigation, apparently, or at least the department that runs this, is a guy named Sean Mayer, acting New York City Commissioner of Environmental Conservation. He's been there since 2024, so very new. And he makes $220,000 per year, plus a pension, vacation, health care. It says this: shut up. In order to pull this off, they had to drive past homeless camps where people are trafficked, where fentanyl is sold and consumed. They had to drive past RICO standard level crimes with cartels who set up business in New York City. They had to drive past gang activity. They had to bypass crimes happening in Wall Street at massive levels, cartel level crimes there. They had to bypass money laundering and the other side of sex trafficking, that not happening in homeless camps, but in high-rise condos like Jeffrey Epstein used to have. They had to bypass all of that to get to a little guy. Who knows what happened? Maybe he was rude to somebody. Maybe he posted something on social media they didn't like. But the effect is this: the deep state does what the deep state wants to do, and you pay for it. So easy to get frustrated and angry. And wouldn't the enemy love us to be angry? Let's not be angry. Let's remember this. I can't imagine that God's going to spend a lot of time on squirrels. Sorry, I don't think he will. But on cruelty, on lording your power over others, on how you treat the least of these, on the motives behind this, the deep state's powerful. They're unelected, they're invisible, they can do whatever they want. But their power is so finite. In terms of eternity, it's not even the blink of an eye. If these people are doing this to squirrels, what are they doing to other people? What are they doing to people's businesses? Very much the same thing. God sees every single motive.